Welcome to today's video, and today's video is about self-sabotage in romantic relationships and how to deal with it, okay? So this channel is about childhood trauma and how to fix it and how to go down that road of loving yourself and the steps you need to take to get to that point. And also some of the things that you need to change about your shadow and so on. That's what this show is about. This show is for people who are ready and serious about changing their lives, all right? I drank for 25 years or so, all right? I did drugs for a long time as well because of my trauma and so on and so forth. And if you've had trauma, you understand what I've went through because I understand what you've went through, okay? There is a way to get out of your trauma, buddy, okay? You came to the right channel. This is the right channel for you. So let's continue with the article in romantic relationships, okay? We can say we don't want them, this or that, but we all want someone. It doesn't matter who you are. We all want someone. Doesn't matter. Okay, romantic relationships are intricate bonds that often mirror the deeper aspects of our emotional landscape. If you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and you guys are together, pretty much you guys are the same. You guys are mirroring each other, okay? That's what this means. So if she's messed up, you're messed up. And if he's messed up, you're messed up, all right? Not in the same ways, but similar, okay? Y'all went through something that bonds you together, whatever that is, maybe trauma bonding, I don't know. Yet it's perplexing that despite desiring love and connection like we all do, we sometimes find ourselves self-sabotaging ourselves in relationships. I used to do it, okay? And I know that a lot of people out there do too because nobody taught you how to deal with your trauma. This self-sabotage can manifest in various forms, hindering you for sure, okay? Hindering our potential for happiness and fulfillment. This is why I make this show, because I want you to have the best life ever for yourself, because you deserve it, okay? Let's discuss the intricacies of why we engage in self-sabotage within romantic relationships, and we do it at work and we do it at other places. It's not just in romantic relationships. This is all through your life, okay? You do this all through your life. The signs to look out for and how we can navigate this complex terrain, because you know it's difficult out there with other people and their traumas piling on you and then your boss and so on. It can get out of hand. I get it, okay? Understanding the self-sabotage phenomena, but it's not a phenomena because we all do it to ourselves because of our trauma, okay? Because sometimes we have a fear of, well, what if I do make it to success? Oh, right? Sometimes we do that. Self-sabotage in romantic relationships often finds its root in our subconscious beliefs, that past experience, the past experiences of when we went through your childhood. This is what we're talking about. Energy, like a figure eight, energy, right? It never dies, only transforms to something else. So you see this energy, right? Imagine that in your body. If you keep all that trauma, those memories, and I told you so, and you'll never be this, you're too much like your father, you'll never amount to anything. If you keep all that inside, you're not letting that energy go. You see what I'm saying? You're not releasing the energy. So what happens? You get cancer, you get breast cancer, and so on and so forth. How do I know? Listen, I do not like talking ill of the dead, so I will respectively use one of my aunts. And if any of my family hear this, this is for learning purposes. no names, okay? But listen, I had an aunt, God rest her soul. Her husband's a great man. Her kids are fabulous girls. They're both phenomenal. All three are phenomenal people, okay? But she did pass away when she was 50, okay? Now, this is how we can wish and ourselves a crappy life and self-sabotage. Listen, no disrespect, but I had an aunt. She was successful for her and her family and so on. They were all successful. Anyways, one thing I heard her say for as long as I knew her was, I am going to spend all his money before some bitch, some puta, spends all his money. So she would basically repeat this and repeat this and repeat this and repeat this, right? All right, and guess what? She passed away at 50. Why? She had cancer. All that repetitive anger and ill wish, that hurts all of us. It's that energy. And if we don't release that energy, it's bad for us. Okay? And to even take it a step further, her daughter did the same thing. Generational curses, people. Whether it's drinking, self-sabotaging, that's what I'm talking about. That's what this is talking about. It is so important for you to get a hold of yourself. If you're not happy, if you're anxious, if you're depressed, okay, if you are either of these things, this is going to sound crazy, but it's your higher self telling you you're not where you belong. You're not in the right relationship. You're not in the right career. You're not doing things for you. For you, your higher self is telling you, you're not respecting my wishes. You're not doing what I want. You can't pass this test, whether it's a guy or a job that you can't pass because you're afraid of taking a chance on you. Why? Because of your trauma. That's what I'm talking about. I spent many years doing stupid, silly things to myself, but I had to learn and teach myself why I did these things. So I'm making videos, trying to help people to release you from your own damn chains you put in your life. You are living your life. We can sit here and say he or she, but it's you. Ultimately, you're living your life. It doesn't matter who you are. It's your choice. Either you can change the channel or say this fucking guy's crazy, or fix your life and look into the mirror. That's all I'm offering. A mirror, an idea where, hey, maybe there is something I need to change about myself. I'm just here to make people aware that this is a possibility. Why do we self-sabotage love? We all want it. Self-sabotage in romantic relationships often find its root in our subconscious beliefs and past experiences like traumas. For instance, we've faced heartbreaks or betrayals for sure, okay, before we might develop a fear of vulnerability and intimacy. This fear can lead us to unconsciously sabotage a potentially healthy relationship as a way to protect ourselves from potential pain. What am I talking about? Okay, I dated a girl once a long time ago. Anyways, she moved in with me and we were good for a spell for about 3 or 4 months and things like that. All right, and she came from a single mother home and there was problems and so on. So I knew that about that, okay? But the point is this. The point is that after several months, she started arguing with me and fighting and being irritable and smoking and drinking and things like that. If you do that, no problem. Don't care that you do. I'm just saying that her behavior changed. That's all I'm saying. So what does that mean? That means that by the end of all this, the whole reason she was acting this way is because it's too good here. I'm waiting for the next shoe to drop. There's no drama. You see, when you date one of these women who come from a single mother home, who there's been abuse, neglect, and so on. And if you provide a stable home, that person isn't going to remain there because they don't know where they stand. In an abusive home, they know where they stand in an abusive home because guess what? Past experiences. Okay? And emotional abuse and so on. All that matters when you're sleeping with someone in your bed. This is when it all comes out. And if you don't know that you have certain triggers or traumas because of your past, that other person also has trauma and triggers from her past. And if neither of you know how to talk about it or deal with it or seek guidance, you're going to always stay at the same level. And you're always going to attract this type of girl or guy because you didn't get enough experience dating something different. Okay? You always end up dating the same type of person. Oh, look at that guy. Oh, he makes me, yeah, that guy's the guy that trips you up every time because you keep falling for the same guy because you're not leveling up. You're going to that guy for your carnal side of you, which is okay, do what you want. But the point is, you never gain experience with another type of men. So you never get a different kind of life because you keep yourself with a bad guy because you know that that guy isn't going to ask you to do anything more. Like grow up, leave your drug addiction behind, stop being a hoe, and things like that. That's why women keep themselves in a perpetual loop of abuse. I've seen it, and I've experienced it, and I just explained one. And I'm sure that you know someone in your life that does that. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's your mom. It's someone in your life. Everybody's doing this. Everybody is sad out there, dude. People are so crappy in this country, in the United States, that people will hate you if you're happy. They will plan to DX you. They will plan to stalk you and stop you because you're happy. This is the country I know now. This isn't the country that I fought for. And this isn't the country I was born into. This country has failed its people, and the people are sick. Where people gather to take one person down. Wow, that is where we're at. Trauma, people, we all have it. And that's why I make this channel, because it's about trauma. All right? At what point does loving someone become self-sabotage, you might be asking. All right? Loving someone turns into self-sabotage when it starts to significantly impede our personal growth. What was I just saying? Okay? I enjoyed one type of woman. Okay? And this one type of woman always had a special place in my heart. Everybody else didn't give a shit. But this one person, the cat's meow. So what happened? I had to change the program. I had to change the type of women I attracted. What type of people are you attracting? Okay? Are you a person that has a big heart and you go around looking for people? If you're out there looking for people, there's a narcissist or someone looking for an easy target. If you're out there looking for love, you're a sucker, bro. That's how these women see you. Also men. But I'm a man, and I'm talking about women. It will always be that way. All right? They will consider you a mark. All right? And they'll come around and love bomb you and all this other shit, and you'll fall for it because you didn't have enough experience with women and these type of predators. Okay? Loving someone turns into self-sabotage when it starts to significantly impede our personal growth, well-being, and basic happiness. When we compromise our values. Okay? Sacrifice our goals or endure constant emotional turmoil without any resolution, it has transitioned into self-sabotage. Oh, he didn't mean that. Oh, he'll change. Oh, he just drank a little too much. Whatever excuse you're doing, you're setting yourself up for self-sabotage. Why do we sabotage healthy relationships? Paradoxically, even in healthy relationships, we may find ourselves sabotaging in very in sabotaging the very harmony we've worked so hard to build and find. This could be attributed to a lack of self-worth or fear of success. What did I say? It's vital to recognize that unhealthy patterns. The guy that gives you the tingles. Oh, that other guy, oh, he's boring. Yeah. Oh, that guy never commits to me. You keep choosing the same guy. It is vital to recognize that unhealthy patterns from the past. Relationships can seep into healthy ones. That's why I don't really date much, because most women don't deal with their trauma. I don't want to deal with their trauma. I don't want to deal with their bad behavior. They wouldn't deal with your bad behavior. They wouldn't even deal with you if you were broke. They wouldn't even deal with you if you drove a fucking Civic. They wouldn't even deal with you. But they want you to deal with their messed up psychological problems. Get a clue. And unless consciously addressed, okay, they can destabilize the present relationship. If they don't go and take care of their trauma in a psychological manner, these women aren't, hey man, if Jesus couldn't save these hoes, neither can you, my friend. Signs of self-sabotage. Recognizing the signs of self-sabotage is crucial for breaking the cycle and fostering healthier relationships. Some common signs include pushing away, creating unnecessary conflicts. This is the type of girl you're going to let into your life. Unnecessary conflicts or distancing oneself emotionally without valid reasons. Well, remember, like when you're playing PlayStation, what does she do? You're not paying me attention. You can't do what you want. That's what this is. Unnecessary conflict. Yes, that's what they do. That's what they do. That's women's bad behavior. Unnecessary. See, I don't have unnecessary problems here. But you do. If you're married, you allowed the state, the federal government, and her you made a promise to these three entities for them to grab your ankles and say without any lube. That's what your marriage is, brother. They already told you you're going to lose big time. You're going to lose your house. You're going to lose your kids. No visitations. You're going to be a custodial parent. You're not. A dog has more rights than you do. But believe all women. Only cucks believe that. There's a lot of you out there, cucks. Patriarchy. Men cannot walk into a court and only get represented by the courts. Men are not represented in court. It's the women. Women can walk into any government building and say, this guy owes me money. And guess what? She gets all the help. And when you get the bad news in a sneaky way, because this is how they work. Oh, hey, I wasn't present for this day, this and that. Oh, hey, you forfeited all your rights. They bat for her. We can't give you counseling, Mr. So-and-so, Mr. So-and-so. They help her, not you. Courts are not for men, they're for women. But these women are complaining about the patriarchy. Can we as men go around and say that woman is XYZ and she'll lose her job? No, there is no patriarchy. Okay? There isn't. Delusions. Seeking flaws. I have another one for you. When a cop comes to a house for domestic disturbance, who goes to jail? A man. Even if the cops come to a home, regardless of what it is, regardless if the wife beats him up, it's the man that goes to jail. But it's patriarchy, right? Seeking flaws. Hyper-focusing on your partner's flaws, magnifying them to justify distancing yourself emotionally. That's how we self-sabotage. Comparisons. Constantly comparing your current partner to previous relationships or an idealizing version, making it difficult for them to measure up. Self-sabotage. Over-analyzing, overthinking and dwelling on potential problems or challenges that haven't even materialized yet. Unnecessary conflict. Problems or challenges that haven't even materialized. What if? That's what women love doing. What if this? What if that? When women do that to me, I don't talk about what if. I deal in reality. Silent treatment. Avoiding communication or shutting down emotionally as a way to gain control or express dissatisfaction is another way we self-sabotage. Examples of sabotage in relationships. Understanding how self-sabotage manifests into real life scenarios can shed light on its destructive nature. Imagine a person constantly creating conflict that isn't real over trivial matters. You didn't put the seat down. To provoke a breakup. Or a reason to go get smashed by someone else. If your woman is coming home and being real irritable, it's because she wants to go bang the dude she wants to bang. Okay? She wants to get you upset so you hit something and the cops take you away. She go get banged, bro. That's how women do it. Okay? Another example, imagine a person is constantly creating conflict over time, trivial matters to provoke a breakup. Another example might be someone who constantly doubts their partner's loyalty. You know, like, where are you at? Let me check your phone. Hey, where you been? Let me smell your dick. It's happened to me. That is women. I have never, ever asked one of my girlfriends or whatever they were, where you been? Let me smell your, you know what? Never. Women do this shit. We don't. That's how they get. So you gotta watch out, man. Another example might be someone who constantly doubts their partner's loyalty, eventually pushing them away due to their strain causing by the lack of trust. What is she doing? that she don't trust you. Overcoming this cycle of self-sabotage. How do I stop self-sabotaging, you might be asking, because this sounds terrible. Self-awareness is one way. Stop sabotaging in romantic relationships. Self-awareness. Recognizing and acknowledging your patterns of self-sabotage. You know the patterns. Understand the triggers and underlying fears or insecurities that drive their behavior. So you have this and you're saying, so fucking what? What you should do is, if you recognize and acknowledge your patterns of self-sabotage, if you know what they are, start journaling about it. Why is it that I do XYZ? Why do I feel XYZ? Well, it's because XYZ happened, and then this happened, and it kept happening, and I allowed it, and so on and so forth. You get the point. The point is you have to ride it out. You have to get the energy out of your body out here. And even if you sob and cry, who cares? That's the whole point of letting that energy flow. Like an 8, infinity, okay? Therapeutic intervention is another way, all right, to help you stop self-sabotaging. Consider seeking professional help, of course, from a therapist. They can guide you in understanding and addressing the root cause of your self-sabotage and providing coping mechanisms. Number 3, communication. Very simple, but not many of us do it. Hey, I suck at it too. I don't talk to anyone. You know, I talk to the people that I love, the people that I care for. I'm a total different person. You know, I take care of the women that are in my life. Always have, always will. I've always paid attention to them. I always made sure to do XY thing to please them because that's important to them. It's important to me too. But, you know, sex for women is 2 or 3 times more enjoyable than us. So you have to pay attention. Openly communicating with your partner about your fears and insecurities. Honest conversations foster understanding and trust. Essential elements in breaking the self-sabotage cycle. We're all in cycles. It's maybe that job that you don't like. Maybe it's the same people that you keep running into the job. No matter how many jobs you change, it's the same people that are following you. It's the lesson you haven't learned. That's what that is. You haven't learned that lesson because you keep putting yourself on the back burner. You don't want to rock the boat. Okay? Maybe you have people pleasing tendencies. Mindfulness and meditation is another way to prevent self-sabotage. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can help you become more aware of your thoughts and emotions. That's what we're trying to do. This awareness can aid in recognizing self-sabotage behavior and patterns. The point is take 10 minutes, dude. Take 10 minutes to calm your brain down, to calm your body down and get it to vibrate at one frequency. You relieve so much stress. You will extend your life. Self-love and acceptance. Very important for you to do this. All right? When you look in the mirror, do you like yourself? Probably don't. Can you tell yourself that you love yourself? Can you tell your body, I love you? Can you tell your body, I won't ever mistreat you? Do you understand that every time you get drunk and every time you take that blow and every time you put that needle in your arm, you're destroying your body, and your body is the other half of you. While you're trying to make yourself better, your body is telling you to stop. You're killing me. And you refuse to listen. Then you have cirrhosis of the liver, esophageal problems, anal problems. There you are, 65, 70. Oh, the doctor says I gotta stop drinking, so I got it down to just 2 shots a day. Is that what you want to be? Fuck. I had to come to these terms. I had to stand up against myself. And it's what you have to do. Your body is also a living organism that has feelings. You do too. But your body is making you anxious or depressed because it doesn't like what you're doing. Because you're putting yourself last. Because you're not standing up for yourself. You are a unique person, every single one of you. Cultivating a positive relationship with yourself. Practice self-compassion and self-forgiveness for what you've done to yourself and others. It's okay. Forgive yourself. Acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes and growth is an ongoing journey. How to deal with self-sabotaging partners. Communicate, encourage open dialogue where your partner feels safe to share their fears and concerns. Assure them that you're there to support the work through challenges together. Now, this is going to be a long freaking process. It's not a year or two. This is a lifelong process. So you best pick the right partner. It's a long process. 10, 12 years to get a hold of yourself. Maybe some of you can do it in less time. Hey, if you can do it less time than I did, hey, awesome. Winning. Set boundaries. Establish clear boundaries regarding what behavior is acceptable and what is not. This ensures that both partners understand the limits and expectation within the relationship. 3, encourage professional help, of course, right? Number 4, practice patience and understanding. Understanding that healing and overcoming self-sabotage takes time. What was I just saying? Be patient and empathetic towards your partner's struggle. Let's just be realistic. Are you going to wait around for a person that it's going to take 10, 15 years to fix? Are you? Does she mean that much to you? Does that guy mean that much to you? Hell no. Don't wait for anyone. You deserve better. Don't turn off your light to help someone else. What does that mean? Put on your mask in case you're in the plane up in the air at 30,000 feet. Put your mask first before you put your child's mask on. That's what I'm saying. If it's going to take this person 10, 15, 20 years, are you willing? I mean, if you guys have a perfect relationship, no problem. But most people don't have one. Think about that. Don't put your life on hold. Most people don't want to change. Be patient and empathetic towards your partner's struggles and her to you too, while also prioritizing your own well-being. Embracing healthier relationships. Breaking the cycle of self-sabotage in romantic relationships necessitates deep introspection and a willingness to change. You can't make someone change. This person is going to change when they're going to change. And some people don't change till they're 40. Some people don't change when they're 50. And some people don't change at all. Are you honestly going to wait for a person for 40, 30 years? No. Cut your losses, people. As we strive for healthier connections, we must confront our fears, insecurities, and patterns that have led us down the path of self-sabotage. This is where you do not have enough experience to go to the next level. Like Mario Kart, okay? You have to have experience for the next level, and then that level, and so on, okay? This journey begins with recognizing that we deserve happiness and a fulfilled relationship, because you do. One of our fundamental steps in embracing healthier relationships is developing a strong sense of self-worth and self-awareness. You have to invest in you. It's about understanding our needs, desires, and boundaries and being able to communicate them effectively. Often, self-sabotage is rooted in a lack of self-esteem or self-belief, leading to behaviors that undermine potential fulfilled relationships. Effective communication is a cornerstone of any healthy relationship, learning to express our thoughts, emotions, and needs openly and honestly without fear, judgment, or rejection is crucial. It's also about being a good listener and respecting our partner's perspective. Works both ways. By fostering open lines of communication, we create an environment of trust, understanding, and mutual respect. Forging healthier relationships involves setting and maintaining boundaries. This means knowing when to say no, recognizing what we're comfortable with, and being assertive about our limits. Respecting each other's boundaries and communicating them clearly is a vital aspect of cultivating a relationship built on trust and respect. Self-reflection is the key in our journey. Taking one time to assess our past relationships, understand our behaviors, and identify patterns of self-sabotaging, like when I read earlier in the video, can illuminate areas of personal growth. This introspection allows us to learn from our mistakes and make conscious efforts to break free from our self-sabotaging beliefs. If you don't fix your childhood trauma, what's the trauma that's in your mind will appear in your reality. Sounds crazy, but trust me, that's how it is. Ultimately, embracing healthier relationships involves surrounding ourselves with positive influences and positive sounds like 432 gigahertz on YouTube or meditation music, things like that. It gets you to a certain frequency. Associating with individuals who support our growth, well-being, and emotional health can reinforce our commitment to changing self-sabotaging behaviors. Not narcissists, not people that are hot and cold, not those people. People that are willing to give a shit about you. The people, when you as a man get sick, your woman isn't going to go and bitch to her girlfriends, oh, he's such a baby. That's not love. She's there for the wrong reasons. A woman who really loves you would never disrespect you. Associating ourselves with individuals who support growth, well-being, emotional health, reinforce our commitment to changing self-sabotaging behaviors. It's about creating a supportive network that encourages us to be our best selves in our relationships and personal lives. And this is what I wish for everybody out there, because you all deserve it. I deserve it. My neighbors deserve it. My parents deserve it. Everybody deserves it. Yes, we're all human. We all have levels to our experiences and so on and so forth. But make sure you go out there and you think about why you do certain things. All right? There's a pattern you've noticed in your life. Write it down. Start fixing it, because I believe in you. And you should believe in yourself. And I will see you in another video.